Good afternoon, everyone. This is Momo Karen, and today I wanted to give you some tips that I utilize as a mature woman who enjoys makeup from time to time. I don't have to wear makeup every day, and I don't because I don't work. I'm retired, so I can kind of do that when I want to. But I've compiled a list of a few things that I thought could be helpful to some of you out there if you're struggling with some of the same problems that I have. I do have to put on my glasses to refer to these, so please stick with me. Okay, one of the problems that I have as a hooded eye gal with poor vision is that I have trouble using an eyeliner pencil. I have trouble with liquid eyeliner. I just don't do well. It seems like I can do one eye pretty well, and then the other eye I really have trouble with because this is my weak eye. So I found one of the things that I have been using is I have been taking a darker color in any of my palettes that are more of a matte type palette. They're nasty, I'm sorry. It Naturally Pretty. And this is the Natural Matte from Too Faced. And then the Tartelette. This is one of the original ones. And then also from the Clinique All About Shadow palette. Or then I've also taken the little tub of eyeliner, and I've been applying it using a little brush. Now this is a Sephora brand. You see if you can see the tip of it. It's kind of flat. It's not the slanted edge, it's more straight, and it is the Sephora flat eyeliner, and I've had it for quite some time, and I have been using that to apply either the eyeshadow or this eyeliner, like I mentioned, that's in a pot, and it seems like I'm doing a little better with that. Before I had kind of given up on wearing eyeliner because I couldn't get it to look even at all. Another thing that I have used is as I put on my makeup and I put on the different layers. For example, of course I always put on my vitamin C cream, and then that's a serum, vitamin C serum, and then I let that dry, and then I put on a moisturizer, SPF, and the one that I have been using quite often is the CeraVe right here, the CeraVe. I probably could get by without using a moisturizer because I'm a little on the combination side I still have kind of a little oily skin, and sometimes I'll notice when I use the moisturizer that my makeup doesn't stay in place as well as I'd like. But I have not really found a really good SPF liquid or lotion that I like, so I'm still on the lookout for that. So I use this fan to help me dry between the layers, and it also helps with hot flashes. The one drawback that I find with that, though, is that I have a tendency to have eyes that water, and that can sometimes affect that. So that's just a tip that I use. A third tip that I have is finding a mascara that works for you. I have very short, stubby, not real full, fairly light eyelashes, and in addition to having the eyes that water, sometimes I have trouble finding an eyelash or a mascara that works for me. So the one that I have had the best luck with is this Maybelline, and it is the Lash Discovery. Make sure that's correct. Yes, Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Waterproof Mascara. And I have got pretty well have to use the waterproof because my eyes water so much. Now, I would like to use a little thick or a little bigger wand, but I just do not have good luck. I'm still on the market for a good mascara that might work for me. Again, when you have the short eyelashes, the bad vision, sometimes that's a problem. And if anybody can think of anything that might be of help to me, I'd appreciate that. All right, tip number 4. One thing that I have to tell myself as I'm applying makeup or lotion or serum or washing my face even is to go easy, easy, easy. Because I have a tendency when I get a washcloth, I just want to, and you know that's not good to use too much heavy pressure on your face, especially as you age. You have a tendency towards broken capillaries anyway. And if you wash your face with too much pressure, that can probably make that problem worse. So I try to always tell myself as I'm putting anything on, easy, 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 to try to help reduce the abrasiveness of anything that I'm doing. Okay, I hope that will help you. Let's see. One thing I've often found that, and I have glittery eyeshadow on today. Actually, it's not glittery, it's more of a shimmer type eyeshadow. But I really have got to stay away with, stay away from rather, the eyeshadow palettes that have a lot of glitter in them. I can use a little bit of satin, but if it's too shiny or there's glitter particles, it really makes the older eye look aged. And to me, it's harder to blend. So that's just something that I try to remember. Also, one thing I have problems with, and perhaps, you know, this might be a problem that you have too. When you're putting the V on your eyeshadow, be sure and blend that out very carefully, because if you don't, it can make you look older and harsher. So you always want to make sure when you're doing the V section, which I'm not very good at doing it, and sometimes I don't even do it. I'll just be honest with you. I just kind of blend a little. Be very careful and blend that edge out so that it looks softer. One thing too, and I've not done this quite as much as I should lately, is mask. You need to mask often, and as you can tell, I've got a few masks. So I need to get on this. I think the more you mask, the better, because I think it helps the surface of your skin appear smoother and feel smoother. And then it also helps you to apply your foundation, and it looks a little, I think, smoother and softer, and you can blend everything nicely. Something else too that I think is real important as you get my age is to try to do what you can to reduce the look of your pores. I have fairly large pores here and here and on my chin, and I'm very self-conscious about that. And I don't know, maybe it's because I use a mirror that, I don't know what it is, 10 or 15 times magnification, and boy, you can see some things you don't want to see when you use a mirror like that. But I like to try to minimize that as much as I can. So I can recommend a couple of products. This is the Smashbox, and it works pretty good. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. That's a good product. I also use the IT Bye Bye Pores after I've completed my makeup. I also have a couple of others that I use. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. And I really like this, but you have to be very careful with it and not put it on too heavy or it'll kind of peel. But that helps quite a bit. But I have one more in here that I wanted to share. I do have one, I just don't know where it is. But I think it's, oh, here it is. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. I think it works pretty good. I don't believe it's as good as the Smashbox, but for ease of application, I do like this because you can pretty well put it all over. These are just some tips that I have found that help me, and I'm certainly by no means an expert, as you all know. I'm just a, I guess, middle-aged gal that likes to play with makeup on days that I wear makeup. And so if you find any of these tips helpful, that's great. If you have any recommendations for me, I'd appreciate that too. My thing, I feel like, is my vision holds me back, because I have the hardest time seeing if everything is blended, everything's applied. So that's just, and I don't know that there's a fix for that. I think I'll just have to do what I can to minimize that issue by using the bigger magnification mirrors and just blending. That's something I've learned too, is that I used to not do enough blending, and sometimes still, if I'm short on time, I don't. So that's something that's really important. And I don't know that these will help everybody or if they'll help you at all, but I hope they do, and I hope y'all are having a great day. And if, like I said, if you've got any ideas or suggestions, hey, leave them in the comments below. I'd sure appreciate it. And if you've subscribed, thank you so much for being one of my loyal followers. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, because I am trying to grow my channel a little bit. I'm not gonna I don't make any money and don't plan to. This is just kind of a hobby and something that I like to do. So again, please subscribe. Y'all have a great day and take care of yourselves, and make sure that you enjoy every day that you're here. Bye-bye now.